Hello there, it's Anna here and welcome to Little Crochet Farm. Today we are crocheting together a gingerbread woman. Look at this, she's so cute. I'm very happy with the frosting in the hair. I hope you enjoy her. For this pattern, you will need a 2mm crochet hook, sports weight yarn, stuffing material, sewing needle, scissors, and a little bit of black thread, red and white for embroidering the face, okay? The exact materials that I use to crochet this gingerbread woman you can find on the free version of this pattern on my website. The link is in the description box below this video as well as in the first comment. But if you wish to download a printable version of this pattern, you can find on my Etsy shop and on my Ravelry shop, or you can become a Patreon member, and there you'll have access to download the patterns that I publish here on this YouTube channel. So if you join today, you'll get to download this gingerbread woman as well as all the 4 previous patterns that I published here. But if you're watching this video a little bit later and this gingerbread woman is not there anymore for you to download, don't worry. Always from the moment you join the Patreon, there will be there at least 4 patterns for you to download, okay? So don't worry, it will always have something very nice and new there for you. So if that sounds interesting to you, check out the links in the description box below this video. Now I'm gonna move myself here to the corner, but before I go, I need to tell you about an ebook with a Christmas tale and 11 Christmas characters, okay, for you to crochet. It's an ebook with a original Christmas tale. It's an adventure that the gingerbread man is facing, and with the characters you will be able to crochet 11 different Christmas ornaments patterns. All right, if that sounds interesting to you, and I hope you don't miss. It's a very nice tale, it's a very adventurous, and it's great to crochet while you're reading it. You can find the link for this ebook in the description below this video, and enjoy because it's with 50% off. Okay, now I'm gonna move myself to the corner here and we'll start crocheting this gingerbread woman together. Alright, so for this gingerbread woman, we'll start crocheting from the head to the body, okay? So here we will work a magic ring or a magic circle, and you will crochet 6 single crochet inside the magic ring. If this video is too fast for you, or if you don't know how to work the magic ring, check out the links in the description box below this video. There are tutorials for each stitch and technique that I use to crochet all of the toys here, okay? Now we're gonna pull this yarn tight, closing the magic ring, and we'll move on for the second round. Here for the second round you will work 6 increases. That means you will work 2 single crochet inside each stitch of this round, okay? So I will work here a couple of repetitions with you. So remember, when I say 1 increase, it means you will crochet 2 single crochet inside 1 stitch. All right? So now let's work here, 2 single crochet, 2 single crochet, and at the end of this round you should have 12 stitches, okay? So you have 6 single crochet in the first round, you work 2 single crochet inside each stitch, you'll have 12 single crochet at the end of the round. So continue working here your repetitions and I will catch you up for the next round. Here for the third round you will work 1 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat 6 times or all the way until the end, and you should have 18 stitches at the end of the round. I will work together here with you the first repetition. So here you can see this is my first single crochet and then the increase. So you continue 1 single crochet, 1 increase, 1 single crochet, 1 increase all the way until the end. And then we will move on for round number 4. You will work 2 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat 6 times or all the way until the end, and you should have 24 stitches at the end of this round, okay? So we work here first repetition together. So we have it here, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet, increase, repeat all the way until the end, and I will catch you up at the end of this round. Now moving on here for round number 5, you will work 3 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat 6 times, and then you should have a total of 30 stitches at the end of this round, okay? So here again we work the first repetition together and then I leave you to work all around. So here 1, 2, 3 single crochet. This is my increase. Repeat all the way until the end, and I will catch you up for the next rounds. All right, now we will work the length here, the size of the head. So from round 6 to 10, you will work just 30 single crochet. So here you'll work round 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, just 30 single crochet. So you can stop the video here, work your round, and I will catch you up for round 11. Great. Once you finish, this is how it should be looking like. Now for round 11, we'll start working decreases, okay? That means you'll work 3 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat all the way around. For amigurumi crochet toys, we work with invisible decrease. That means you will grab just the front loop of the next 2 stitches and work a single crochet. Alright, if you don't know how to work the invisible decrease, check out again the links in the description box below this video, okay? But basically that's it. You grab just the front loop of the next 2 stitches and you work your single crochet. For round 12, you will work 2 single crochet, 1 decrease, which is what I'm doing right now, and work all the way around, repeat 6 times, and you should have left with 18 stitches at the end of this round. Count how many stitches you have at the end of every round. That can help you very much. All right, now we are moving on here for round 13. Here you will work 1 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat all the way to the end or 6 times, and you should have 12 stitches at the end of this round. So this is when we will move on for the body, okay? All right, so this is the first repetition, 1 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat all the way until the end. Now, before we move on, we'll stop here a little bit to add stuffing material. So you can stop here, add as much stuffing material you want, and we'll move on here for the next round. Okay, so 1 stitch, this is 1 stitch, right? There is the front loop and the back loop, okay? For the next round, we'll grab just the back loop of the stitch, okay? So I show you here the front loop and the back loop. Now let's move on, grab just the back loop of the round of the stitch, and we'll work round 14, 12 back loop, slip stitch. Okay, so here again, grab just the back loop and work a slip stitch. Grab just the back loop and work a slip stitch. And that's that. Now you're gonna work here all of these repetitions 12 times or all the way until the end of the round, and then we'll move on for the next round. And you see here, you have the remaining front loop from round 13, okay? Is there where you're going to work the next round. So round 15 means you will grab the front loop of the round 13. This line here, there is remaining outside, you can see it here, I'm showing you. That is where you're going to work, okay? So you'll work 1 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat all the way around. By working in the remaining front loop from round 13, the round 14 will be facing inside of the toy, okay? That will give a very nice sharp division between the body and the head. So it will have a very nice edge here, okay? So I will work here the repetitions here with you. You work all the way around, and this is how it should be looking like once you're done. And you can see inside the round 14 inside of the toy. Now for round 16, we are just working 18 single crochet. I will give you a break. Let's go. Let's make things easy. Okay, so work here just 18 single crochet, and I will catch you up for the next round. All right. Once you reach the last stitch of round 16, you will work a color change. Now we are changing to the white color. You don't need to cut the previous yarn. We will go back on working with that. And you will work again 1 round with just 18 single crochet. Okay? All right, once you are in the last stitch, you will work back. You'll change back to the original color of your cookie. And for round 18, we will work increase. So you'll work here for round 18, 2 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat all the way around, and you should have 24 stitches at the end of this round. So count how many stitches you have at the end of this round. Make sure you have 24 stitches, and we'll move on here for the next round. All right, so this is how it should be looking like. You can cut the white yarn. You can just give a tight knot, the beginning and the ending of this yarn, and that's that. You know, give a tight knot, any kind of knot, because it will be hidden inside of the toy, nobody will see. Just tight those ends here of the white yarn. And here we are working now, grabbing just the back loop of the stitch. Okay, so you work your single crochet there, grabbing just the back loop, and we'll move on here for the next round. You will work round 20 and 21, just single crochet. So now it's normal, you are grabbing all the loops from the stitch. So previous round you grabbed just the back loop. This rounds 20 and 21 you are working just 24 single crochet. Okay, once you're done with round 21, for round 22 we'll start working decrease. Here you will work 2 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat all the way around, and I will catch you up at the end. Just pay attention here that we are working the decreases all the way around, and you should be left with 18 stitches. All right, now for round 23, once you're done, you will work 1 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat 6 times, and you should have left with 12 single crochet, and that's when we will stop. All right, so let's work here first repetition together. Now once again, 1 single crochet, 1 decrease, repeat all the way around. Okay, now we can stop here. We'll add stuffing material. Here you can make sure not to add too much stuffing material, so you know the bottom here of your gingerbread woman will not be, you know, having a ball around. Add enough, you know, you can add enough to squeeze, it will look very nice, but you don't need to stuff too much. That's what I want to say. Okay, now we can cut this yarn and let's fasten this off. How I fasten off my toys is I take a tapestry needle or a sewing needle and I grab just the front loop of the stitch. Okay, so here you grab just the front loop of the stitch, as I'm doing here right now, and let's move fast because it's just a lot of the same. You'll grab just the front loop of the stitch. Now you can pull this yarn tight. All right, and I will wave in the ending of this tail here on the last round of the toy. And once I did that, I will just wave in a couple of rounds, and then I can cut this yarn. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment box below this video. I'll be happy to help. If you want to give me a feedback on how I can teach you better, I'm always open for whatever commentary you want to do about my videos. All right, now, do you remember that we work on the back loop with a single crochet? We will work on the remaining front loop again. So now for the dress, you will once again introduce the yarn with the same color that you are working your gingerbread woman. And we are working this remaining front loop, all right? So you will work here 3 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat 6 times, and you should have left with 30 stitches here once you finish with this round. So work here 3 single crochet and 1 increase, and we are grabbing just the remaining front loop, all right? I introduced my stitch here somewhere, and I will show you how we will join the rounds here later. This first round, so we don't work with joining rounds, we work with the continuous rounds. All right, work all the way around here, 3 single crochet, 1 increase. Once you're done, this is how it should be looking like your gingerbread woman. And now here, you see, we arrive at the end. We will just simply start working on the first stitch that you crochet, right? So now for the second round, you will work 4 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat 6 times or repeat all the way until the end. And you should have 36 stitches at the end of this round. Count how many stitches you have. I always repeat this like a parrot, you know, I feel like I'm constantly saying the same thing, but it makes such a big difference, you know, when you're counting the stitch, you make sure that you're right on track. Here, I did not add my stitch marker, so I'm counting backwards, so I can add my stitch marker here, so we'll not get lost, okay? So add your stitch marker, don't live life dangerously. It's so easy to get lost. Okay, now let's move on here and continue working all the way around. Great, now let's move on here. You will work for the third round of this dress, just 36 single crochet, okay? So here work 36 single crochet, it's fun. There is not much here to do, no increases anymore. We are actually near the end of this gingerbread woman. She's very easy to crochet, I hope you enjoy. Alright, once you reach the last stitch of the round, you will work a color change, okay? So now here for round 4, you'll work again, just 36 single crochet, but this time in white, all right? This is the last round, is this round over here, and is the last round that we are working. So after that, we can cut the yarn. We will not need the original yarn, let's call it like this. Once you're done, now we can cut this yarn off and fasten this. So I'll show you here how invisible fasten off. So you jump the first stitch, you introduce your yarn in the second stitch of the round. So you grab the whole stitch and now you go back on the last stitch of the round and you grab just the back loop, okay? That's how you work the invisible fastening off. Now let's hide this tail inside here. And this is what you can do. You can just hide it inside. I have a very tight tension of yarn. Now we can just wave in here to make sure that it will not unravel. You know, you can see that I have some ends under here, my gingerbread woman. So it's up to you. So you can cut this yarn and fasten this off. Now for the hair, the frosting hair, you will work here, you'll repeat at the beginning of this video, okay? So rounds 1, 2, 3. It's when you work 6 single crochet inside the magic ring, 6 increases for the second round, and for the third round you work 1 single crochet, 1 increase, repeat all the way around. So here you should be having 18 stitches, all right? Now we'll start crocheting here the melting frosting, which will make the her hair, right? So you'll start here crocheting 3 single crochet and then chain 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Now you're gonna skip, and 6. You chain 6, you skip the first chain, and you work 5 single crochet here. Okay, as you can see here, I'm grabbing the third loop or the back bump. It's optional to you. What I mean is when you work the chains, you can see two loops on the chain, right? But if you turn to the other side, you'll see there is a back loop behind. I work my stitches there. That's optional to you. I think it looks more neat if you work on the third loop, but that's, you know, just how I like to do. Okay. So once you reach the end here, you work 2 single crochet, okay? So you join with a slip stitch and then once again, you chain 6, you skip the first one, you work 5 single crochet all the way down and then you join with a single crochet and then you repeat again. So it's very simple, very easy. You will repeat this 6 times, so you should have 6 melting frosting hair, right? Okay, now let's move on. Here, I'll just like to cut the yarn, leave a tail here for sewing, and here, as you can see, I'm just grabbing a yarn and pulling back to the wrong side. Okay, and that's how you should have. Now let's move on. Here we are crocheting the arms, okay? For the arms, you will start with the same color that you crochet your gingerbread woman. And inside the magic ring, you will work 6 single crochet. So work a magic ring, 6 single crochet inside the magic ring. It's a very tiny arm, so we are working here slow. We'll go together step by step, okay? So work first here your 6 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pull this yarn tight, closing this magic circle, and we'll move on here for the next round. Now for the second round, we'll work again 6 single crochet. So this is what I meant that we will work slow, because when you have a tiny detail like this one, it can be a little bit tricky for you to crochet, because the stitches start crawling one on top of each other. That way it pulls the wrong side out. Let me just stop this explanation here. I want to show you that I like to double secure the beginning of my yarn, so I make sure that this magic ring will remain tight and closed. So this is what I'm doing here now before moving on and continue working these arms, okay? All right, now that this is done, we can cut this. We don't need this tail hanging here. I will continue working this round here, okay? You will work a color change at the end of this round. We will change to white because we want this detail here on her arms, okay? So let's go slow. Let's work here, finish working the 6 single crochet from the second round. And this is what I meant. You see, like the stitches are coming outside here, so they're on top of each other because it's a very small detail. The tension of the yarn is tight. What you need to do is just to organize the stitches and bring the right side out. And you can see here that even the shape changes a little bit, right? So now we are moving on here. We'll work a color change. And we'll work here for the third round 6 single crochet again, but this time with white, okay? And now that's easy because now you can see it pretty well. The right side is already facing out, so just work here your 6 single crochet. And once you arrive at the last stitch of this round, we will work back the color change to the color of your cookie, okay? So work here for round 4, 6 single crochet. That's that. Once again, we are just working 6 single crochet. It's a tiny arm, it's a tiny ornament, right? Okay, so work here a 6 single crochet. Now, once you're done, we can cut these threads out. And you have 6 single crochet around, right? What we are going to do here is we will fold the arms. And for round 5, you will crochet the sides together. So when you fold, you have 3 single crochet in one side, 3 single crochet on the other one. We will crochet those sides together, okay? So this is what I want to show you here. The first stitch and the last stitch, they are very close to each other, so it might be a little bit tricky to get it. But after that, it's very easy. It's a piece of cake. So it's 2 stitches more. It's a very fast ornament. I like it very much because you can crochet so many of them. Like, I have my friends hunting me already because they want these Christmas ornaments from this collection. This collection is just beautiful. If you haven't checked them out yet, they're lovely. Okay, so moving on. Stop talking. I talk too much. I talk so much sometimes that I move on. Okay, cut the yarn, leave a small tail for sewing, and make another one. Ta-da! All right, what I was saying? Yes, that I talk too much. Yeah, I just go, rambling around, and then when I see the pattern, just pass in front of me, and that's that. All right, now for the hair and the frosting hair, use pins to fasten. I fasten her hair a little bit on the side, and the 3 that it's on front, I let it a little bit curl, so I did not sew it completely at the end. Like this one, for example, I sew all the way until the end here, This one in front, I sew it in the middle, so it curls by itself. I don't need to sew this curl, okay? So what I do here, for her frosting, I just sew the strings of hair. I did not sew it around on top. You don't need that, You just need to make sure that this hair is nice and fastened and, tight, and that's that. Okay, so here I'm showing you how you will work. You just grab 1 stitch from the frosting, 1 stitch from the head, and that's how you sew it. And when you're sewing in front, you grab it around the middle part of the frosting so the hair will curl. When you're sewing the strings that it's on the back, you sew it more straight, so you sew it back on the edge of the stitch, okay, of the string. And that's that. Look at this. So cute. This is how it should be looking like. Now let's move on here and embroider her eyes. I like to embroider the eyes of my toy, and how I do this is I grab a black thread and I embroider a bunch of straight lines. So I just go grabbing and making straight lines, straight lines, straight lines, and that's that. I make a lot of repetitions until I achieve the shape of the eye that I want and the size. Okay, so that's very simple, but it's just that you need to work a couple of repetitions here, okay? And use your thumb to direct where you want this thread to be placed, you know, more up, more down, more to the curve, more on top. And that's how you go working and directing what is going to be the shape of this eye. Usually it's round, of course, and how many times, how many repetitions you need to achieve that size. And that's that. You see, it's a lot of repetitions. Once you're done, you just move to the other side, and you see that I left a leftover of this black thread outside of the amigurumi, because after that we will give a tight knot. So I'll let you here embroider the second eye, and we'll catch you up here for fastening off. And what you're going to do here is you're just going to give a simple knot. Okay, cut this thread, and you can hide it, the remaining inside of this toy. All right, now I want to work a detail here so her eyes is more prominent. And how we are going to do this is with a white thread. You are going to work just 2 lines on this side here of her eyes. Okay, so just 1 line in one side, 1 line on the other, and then you can use the remaining yarn that it's outside of the toy to pull it a little bit tight, so you make sure how much of this white you want to be seen. You know, if you pull it too much, it goes inside and it's less seen. So that's what I meant. If you don't give it super tight knot, it will stay a little bit more outside. So that is the tricky here for embroidering the face, the eyes. Now you do the same with the black thread. This is very simple how you embroider the mouth. You grab here the size of 3 stitches from 3 stitches, and then you'll bring your sewing needle in the middle stitch, and then you just make sure that this mouth will be working like this. We'll be having this shape, that's what I meant. Okay, now off to the details of the dress. Here I decided to work with the green and red, that's optional to you. And this is very simple, very easy embroidery, if we call it like this. You'll just skip 1 stitch and introduce your needle, skip 1 stitch and introduce your needle, and that's that. So you'll have these little dots here, stitch yes, stitch no, stitch yes, stitch no, stitch yes, stitch no, and that's that, you know. This is how you're gonna work. I'm showing you here how you do it. It's very simple. You just work all the way around, and once you're done there, we'll meet so we can just give a very simple tight knot, and we'll hide inside of the toy. Okay, so we did this between the rounds here in the beginning of the dress, and we're gonna do it again in red, so you have a very nice detail here for her dress. I think this is very simple to work. It's super easy, and it gives a very nice touch. And of course, it's optional. This is like we are throwing some sprinkles, you know, on this gingerbread woman. So that's the effect that we are aiming for. So that's why the straight lines, and that's why the sprinkles, let's call it like this. I should have said that before. Okay, now here we are sewing the arms, all right? And how you're gonna work this, it's basic. So you grab 1 stitch from the body and 1 stitch from the arm, and you have just 3 stitches in the arm, so that's extremely fast to embroider. And that's actually the point of this collection, is to have beautiful crochet ornaments that it's fast to crochet and easy. So that's the point of this. I hope it's easy for you, and I hope this is fast also for you to crochet. Okay, now let's move on here. So this is what I'm doing. We are sewing here the arms, and what I want to show you here is, once you finish sewing the arm, we will bring this yarn outside in 1 stitch here on the back, and you'll do the same with the other side, okay? So you have the 2 leftovers, and I didn't shoot because my battery was finished. You'll have the 2 leftovers like you do in the eyes. Remember that we introduced the yarn, we embroider one eye, and then we move to the second one, and then we bring this tail outside of the same stitch, and we fasten a tight knot, right? You'll do the same with the arm. So you sew one, and then you sew the other one, and you bring this leftover tail outside of the same stitch, and you give a tight knot, and that's that, and your gingerbread woman is done. Look at her. She's so beautiful. She's so cute. I'm very happy. I'm so excited with her. I hope you enjoyed this pattern. I hope it was easy for you to crochet. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment box below. I'm always happy to help you. And if you like this video, leave me a like or a comment, or consider subscribing to my channel. All of these actions help me, and you support me very much by doing this, and I appreciate you so much. Well, I hope you enjoy, and I will see you next week. Bye.